Alright folks, believe it or not, I got another Keisel. Just got it today. Been sitting around in the box for a little while, acclimating, and I'm going to break it out now and let you guys see what I got. This is a 2023 Keisel. It arrived 2 months before I thought it would, so they must be slowing down out in California. So, hi baby girl. But yeah, we're gonna check it out. This one's got a whammy bar on it. I got me pretty much a shredder guitar, even though I'm not much of a shredder. I'm getting better. But let's check it out real quick. Move your arse. Rescue dog, making sure everything's cool. All right. Did get a soft case with this one. So goods, paper goods there. So, this is what we're looking at. Nice case. This is what comes with it. I didn't spend the extra $100 this time on the hard case. Oh my goodness. Wow. Whew. Look at that. Look at that, man. Wow. Look at that. Go on. Look at that. Got Floyd Rose on it. Set up pretty much identical to the last one. But hopefully you can see that. But yeah. Nice. Good stuff. Light. Light, very light. Real light. I forget what kind of wood that is, but we'll get into reading it here in a minute. Alright. This is I ordered this on 6/19 of 2023, so June 19th. Last time it took 4 months. I was expecting this in October. So we're sitting here right now at it's August 22nd or 23rd, something like that. It's still got a week left in August, but this is a neck through Aries 6 with a Floyd on it. Base price $1,800, and got gold plated hardware. That's an upgrade. Black limba neck, which is this beautiful thing here. Back of it is beautiful. Maple neck and limba body. That's the wood, and if that's not some beautiful wood there. I like the natural stuff, man. That's really nice. I got the cream colored pickups, and it's set up with 9s on it, 24 frets, 25.5 scale length, which is just like the rest of them. The 6S inline pointed headset, which is also like the last one. Clear gloss finish. Drop shadow logo gold, which is on the neck there. That was a Father's Day freebie. I don't know how much that was. Dot shape inlays, mother of pearl inlays, lithium bridge pickup, and lithium neck pickup. I like these. I like the way they sound. That's on. I think it's on all my guitars. From all my guitars, relatively sound the same. Just depends on what I'm playing. And then a Floyd lock nut. And pickup poles chrome. Oh, that's the dots, I guess. 12-inch fretboard radius, Royal ebony fretboard, and that actually has a little bit of color to it. So, and stainless steel medium jumbo frets as usual. Tongue oil finish on the back of the neck like a pool cue, because I hate when they're finished. It's one of the reasons I don't like playing my SG. I love the way it sounds. It doesn't play like these, not nearly as smooth. And then the guitar case, which was free. I'm sure there'll be a whammy bar in here somewhere. Probably in here or something. Maybe. Nice little gig bag. It's got pockets in it. Little things for like pens and pencils. The hell else? I don't know what the hell that made. That's probably for your whammy bar, I guess. Let's see. And there is the gold colored whammy bar. Case is real nice. I wanted a soft case just because I got the two hard ones, and I obviously I got this as well for, like, if I do start taking an electric guitar to some of the jams I've been going to. Any of my guitars will fit in this because they're all the same size. They're relatively pretty much the same guitar, except the headstock on the first one's a little different. But other than that, got a couple little whammy bar tools, I guess. 3 different Allen wrenches. Looks like they fit the whammy, fit this stuff, and I don't know, torsion bar. Locking shit up there. Interesting. So, yeah, good stuff. Looking forward to getting this plugged in real quick and screw around with it a little bit. So, let me get the windows shut, get this thing put together and get it tuned up, and I'll get right back with you. Stand by. Actually, I've never even played to that backing track before. That's neither here nor there because I know what songs they were playing. But yeah, it's going between, you know what those songs were. I'm not going into it just in case they copyright it. I don't give a shit. I don't never make no money off this stuff anyhow. I just wanted you guys to see this new guitar. Keisel, I think, is by far the best custom shop affordable guitar out there. I'm sure that any of the guitar companies out there that are building custom guitars can do this good, but they just don't. I mean, you know, I think these are some of the best guitars on the market. They're American made. I'm sure some of the parts are made in China, blah blah blah, whatever, don't care. But the little whammy bar is kind of neat. I have to get with Zach on how to do some of that Van Halen shit that he does, but I think it sounds pretty good. Obviously staying relatively in tune. The only thing that gets out of tune usually when I'm playing is me. So whatever, I'll cut that down a little bit, hopefully. You know, I just didn't want to try to do something like that and cut it up a whole lot, because I just wanted to show you that I'm just human. I also wanted to show you that you know, I'm playing better than I ever have. Maybe not better than anybody else, but better than I ever have. And I just picked this up literally. I just started. I usually practice from three to 4. So that's a nice little dose of what this thing can do, and it's beautiful. It's even more. It's as beautiful as the wood finish on the I shouldn't say finish, but the wood of the other guitar. And again, the handshake, it's just beautiful. I mean, look at that, man. It's a neck through, and I can barely see where they did the neck through. It's right there, you can see it. But I love these neck through designs, and this whammy bar, I'm sure that I'll learn how to use it a little bit better. But I mean, especially for the PINK, you know, FL stuff, it's right up there. I mean, I see Dave doing it all the time. He just a little bit. It's just like my friend Zach using a wah pedal. You can't hardly tell he's using it until you really listen, but the dynamics between using and not using are definitely noticeable when he doesn't do it. But it's just, I don't know, subtlety, I guess, is my nature, you know. But anyhow, this is the new Keisel, and we're glad to have it. It's my 3rd one. I surely wish I could have gotten some money off. You know, I wish that you guys would have, you know, shared and pumped this damn thing up to where maybe I could have got a half off one, because I'd buy another one. This is my 3rd one. I most likely will never buy another brand unless it just comes down to you come across that one Les Paul that just fits you perfect, like I used to have. I used to have a 1970 gold top. It belonged to the rhythm guitarist from a local Ohio band, Phil Dirt and the Dozers, and he sold it to me, and I had it for the better part of a decade. And out of the blue, and the reason he sold it to me, he told me, was because he had bought another guitar, and his wife said, you got to get rid of one of your guitars. You got to get rid of one if you're going to get a new one, because, you know, guitar players, you know what GAS is, guitar acquisition syndrome. You get hooked on buying them, and this is the first guitar I've ever had with a whammy bar. Zach had one. He brought it over here and left it over here for a month, and I didn't like it because it was a flying V, and it's just hard to play sitting down. And, you know, I don't like to stand up and practice a whole lot. I'll usually do it for one song every practice session, just so, you know, I get to where I can play standing up at some point. But yeah, real happy with it. I think it's a it's a masterpiece. It's finished underneath. It's even finished underneath there, all shiny and nice. I like the gold hardware, the cream pickups. You know, I got those on the other guitar because they just kind of pop with the natural wood. And you know, we think what you want, either like it or not. I love the gold hardware. I'm really happy to have it. It gives me one more reason to keep playing guitar. So you know, thank you guys for watching this, and you know, Hopefully we'll run into each other someday out at Buckeye Lake, Louis Corner House, the Barrel Bar. We're out and about every now and again playing at some open mics. But yeah, anyhow, to finish the Gold Top story, after about 8 years, I just get a random phone call, and it was after Big Bear had shut down, and basically I sold it back to him. I was cool. I sold it back to him for exactly what he sold it to me for, and I made a house payment that I didn't have. And so it, bailed my ass out and got me through some hard times. I hated to lose it, and I still miss it because I could play it. The action was really low, and an ebony fretboard. It was set up perfectly. The only odd thing about it was, for a Gold Top, he had the back of it painted. It was all gold. And if you ever see that guitar out there, or that guy, tell him I sure would love to have that back. Even if he's got to charge me more than $800, because I'm sure it's probably worth. The 70s Gibsons weren't that renowned, so it's probably still worth over $2,000. I'd give over $2,000 for it, just because I remember how well it played, and it relatively stayed in tune. And unfortunately at the time, I just had money and ran into a couple deals. I actually had I had a Les Paul Custom as well, and ended up doing the same thing with that, selling it back to a friend of mine for exactly what what I paid for it, and did him a solid. He let him get his Les Paul back, because people, some people play their guitars all the time, some people put them away, and but me, I've tinkered around with them for off and on for years. I'm one of them guys that had the basic $239 Yamaha acoustic for, well, it's going on 40 years now, and just that's, I plinked around on that, and then all of a sudden I started running into musicians, and played drums in a couple bands, and got into it, and actually got to play with some really good musicians by accident, and had a great time. And these days I'm tired of it. I played out last year for I don't know, 6, 7, 8 times, and it's just, it's hard to find your audience these days. Everybody either wants to play hip hop or country, and I loathe both of those styles. I don't hate country as much as I do the other stuff. I hate dance music, stuff like that. It just makes me sick to my stomach, and I hate all the cuss words in the hip hop, and all the bad things that they're talking about. So I have no desire at all to listen to that. But these days I've rediscovered some bands that I didn't care for when I was in my metal phase. It's like, I'm a big Steely Dan fan now, because I kind of understand what these cats were doing, and it blows my mind now that it didn't make any sense to me then. But Steely Dan and the Allman Brothers, and of course the normal guys, Steve Vai, Satriani, and Eric Johnson. I can't even begin to do what they do, but I pay attention now, and hope that hopefully one day it'll make sense to me. But anyhow, I'm going to get off here, and hopefully you guys watched a little bit of this, and you can laugh at my mistakes, and that's fine. I'm going to leave them in there. I don't really care, because each one of these that I make hopefully will show some improvements, and just playing a little cleaner. I mean, that was one take right off the bat. Didn't no warm up, no nothing. So it is what it is, and I'm going to leave it in unless I go through this and it's just like unbearable. But that's how I play in the house, and I'll play 3 minutes of stuff that sounds great, and then I'll run off the rails, and you get wide-eyed and going, what the heck was that? And it's like, well, you effed up. All right then, I'm gonna keep playing.